This is raw entertainment. Raw entertainment.
Don't call him a he, cause she's a she. It's elegant Elliot Offman. Don't call him a he, cause she's a she. It's elegant Elliot Offman.
A train wreck is something that you know you're not supposed to look at, but you can't help but looking at it.
It's Elegant's World.
Right. Would you change the joints around here?
A little bit. We got some new screen stuff.
At least you got a chair now that looks half decent. I don't feel that my stuff's going to get contaminated on. Remember, you had that bed there, the old bed?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Art was going to get herpes and AIDS and tuberculosis from that bed. No, I did. I told Art, are you insane? You're sitting on that bed? You couldn't give me $2 billion in cash. Would it be to sit on that bed? So,
Gerard's here.
Where's
I don't know. We can't get a hold of him. He's lost in the wind.
So he's not on the show?
I guess not.
But I mean, wasn't all this arranged last night and
Yeah,
everything?
he was on. It's all him.
Why don't you call him on his cell phone?
This is my voicemail.
And let me get the message too. Stucker, what's wrong with you? Are you sick in your head? Or are you stoned, silly, stupid, senile? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be here. We have plans, confirmed, affirmed, and reaffirmed. Confirmed, affirmed, and reaffirmed. Confirmed, affirmed, and reaffirmed. That you were going to be part of the show. If you became yellow, right, and you became a yellow dog, and you became butterflies in your stomach with sweaty palms, right, and cold feet, then why don't you at least have the common human decency and courtesy to call, telephone, when all the phones broken in New York City, every phone broken in New York City, every phone broken in New York State? Why do you do things like that? It just shows you're unreliable, you're irresponsible, you're idiotic, you're moronic, and goodbye.
And he has to pay for a phone call for that.
And you have to pay for the phone call for that. Like Noah said, goodbye. Only I could leave these messages, right?
Yes.
I talk nonstop. Did you ever hear of Burns and Allen?
No.
Oh my God.
Gerard, have you?
No.
George Burns and Gracie Allen?
I've heard of George Burns, yeah.
They had a television. I mean, has everybody suddenly got senile? It was the biggest comedy show in the 50s. When I was growing up, George Burns and Gracie Allen show. What goes on with these people?
How can we be?
You never heard of the Honeymooners?
How can we be senile? It's from the 50s. It's 70 years ago.
Not 70. Not 7.
So it said 70 years ago.
Yeah, but these things are still being shown on TV Land, on repeats across the world in every state. These are classic comedies that live forever, like Dick Van Dyke. Tell me you never heard of him. Dick Van Dyke, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Gilligan's Island, Leave It to Beaver. These are all shows that just keep going on for 100 years, 90 years. My Three Sons. Let me leave a message like I did for Stucker. I just keep talking, right?
Yeah.
And the thing that made Burns and Allen's his greatest hit of all time, George Burns played straight to Gracie Allen, and Gracie would just keep talking, right? Just keep talking, nonstop. And, you know, it sounded like it was gibberish, but it all made sense. It was all brilliant. It was all brilliant. These are just a pair of running shoes, and no big deal. But focus on the gorgeous golden black jacket.
Yeah.
Golden black jacket. And look how short I made it. Special made short because it's the new look. The new short look in the jacket. Now, I'm taking the jacket off, this gorgeous jacket, and I'm wearing a slut dress. A slut. You like the word slut? A sluttish dress. Look how fantastic I look in a sluttish dress. Wow, it's like a slut. But you know the great thing about Miss Elegant? I can play slut all day long, and I never give in and become slut to have gay, homosexual sex. I could wish it and think it and want it and never do it. How's the discipline of Miss Elegant? While I'm putting my beautiful jacket away, make sure you take care of the gams. And look at this definition. Look at this tuchus. Look at this. I mean, every girl. Perfect symmetry. Look at this vagina high, higher than the vagina. Oh my goodness. Look at this gorgeous lace on the dress.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, 1 second. Let me just put the jacket away. Let me put my jacket down. And the pink to match, girly pink sleeves from the National Basketball Association, McDuffett, and the girly pink, girly soft pink gloves to match. And Girardi, can you see Miss Elegance?
I can see. Yeah.
Now watch. Now just watch this one. Boom, boom, right into the vagina. Bang. Wow. Look at it. Wow. Look at the swirls. Wow. 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 Bang. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. And I go. And ooh, and ooh, 1, 2, ooh, 1, 2, see, woo! Did you get it?
Wow.
It's part of the sluttish Miss Elegance.
So let's talk about the hair. The hair looks different tonight. It appears to be more product. It appears to be more slicked back. It looks a little different tonight.
But it looks gorgeous, nice and shiny.
Oh, of course.
Nice and shiny. Can you see the shine?
I mean, how could I miss it?
Right. And can you see the front?
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I see everything right in front of me. I think you should have kept the jacket on, though. It was beautiful. It really popped.
Don't worry. I want to highlight the extra high vagina high negligee. Noah, can you hold that camera high again? I'm trying to see if I see the shine in my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
All right. So I heard you have a joke for us this week.
Yeah. Are we starting out with jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We got to start on a high note.
All right.
Everybody wants to laugh.
So, anyway, this is like, you can call it a joke if you like, but it's a pretty serious situation. So, the family of the in-laws are all together, and the husband is taking care of the mother-in-law, and the wife went to the bakery to get rachalak and all things for the Sunday breakfast, and suddenly, Girardi, you with me?
Every step of the way.
Suddenly the wife takes ill. I mean the wife. The mother-in-law takes ill, and the husband, being a good son-in-law, he rushes the mother-in-law to the hospital, and she's having chest pains and this pain, and the people at the emergency room, they're suggesting not to take any chances. Do a coronary angiography to see if there's any like coronary artery blockage. I know you like these words. And they did it. And bingo, you're not going to believe this, Girardi, but it is. They found out through the dye-injected coronary angiography that there is substantial plaque and blockage and narrowing in the main coronary artery, the left anterior descending coronary artery, as we all know, the main artery. And they're suggesting, for her life not to be in danger, that they're going to have to do what is called, as I mentioned this on the show before when Art was here, you'll probably remember, a transluminal, a birthday baby balloon. Those are my own words. It's not in the medical words. I just put that in because it sounds good. It's a transluminal baby birthday balloon, angioplasty, and coronary artery coronary artery bypass surgery. So they did it. Now, what does that do? Fast. Let me tell you what it does. So it's the baby balloon will stretch the coronary artery so you can crack the plaque. I think I spoke about this, but now, okay. Anyway, this happens to many people. So the son-in-law, the good son-in-law who rushed the mother-in-law to the hospital, she's in surgery. and he's sweating bullets. It's supposed to be a 90-minute procedure. It's taken like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. The guy is going crazy. He bit every nail off his finger. He's plucking out his gray hairs on his head. He smoked 3 packs of Camel cigarettes. He's sweating bullets. Finally, the surgeons come out of the operating room. What a relief. What do you think he does? He runs over to the doctors. Doc, I'm going out of my mind with anxiety. Is everything all right? Please, is everything all right? And the doctors look down and I say, we apologize. We're very sorry. We have some bad news. We really did everything that we could, but she pulled through anyway. She pulled through. How's that one, baby? How's that one, Karate?
It was the end. It was good. It took a little while to land the plane, but we got there.
Now, Girardi, you see the part that you're not grasping, and you have to get more swift. Sometimes you're a little slow on the uptake, slow on the uptake, slow on the uptake, slow on the uptake, slow on the uptake. Is that I could have told that same scenario like this. So they take the woman to the hospital, and she has transient heart, and the doctors are working on him, and they're working on him, and they're doing an operation, and bingo, they come out, and they say, I got bad news, and she pulled through anyway. See how fast I did that in 12 seconds. But I do it with all the words, the vernacularity, the lingo, the dramatization, the dynamic presentation of Miss Elegant. Do you get it?
I get it. Do you think for the next joke you could do it as the gangster?
We'll see.
Okay. Speaking of gangster, one of the things that a lot of the fans want to know. By the way, I did a little study. You have fans on 6 of the 7 continents. Unfortunately, we couldn't find one in Antarctica, but 6 of the 7 continents, there are Miss Elegant fans. I can say that with very strong conviction. But
hold on. Excuse me. Can you say that? I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be candid now, and I'm depending on your candor, your integrity, your uprightness, your forthrightness. I'm depending on this. So you made a very beautiful statement, and I'm going to follow through with it. I'm not letting it go. Miss Elegant, I'm going to echo that sentiment, has fans on 6 of the 7 continents. Wow! 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 In the world. Now, with that being said, can you say, I'm not going to ask you to swear because we don't swear. We don't believe in swearing. But what I'm going to ask you to do, or I'm going to ask a question, can you make that statement with the same level of accuracy as like when I say in my brash and bold and brazen kind of speaking, when I say that the positioning of the 2 kidneys are positioned retroperitonally on each side of the vertebrae in the lumbar region of the back. That's an anatomical certainty from today until the end of the world. Now, with the same amount of certainty as the kidneys being positioned retroperitonally on each side of the vertebrae in the lumbar region of the back, a physiological, biological, anatomical certainty, with that same degree of certainty and accuracy, can you make that statement that Miss Elegant has fans on the 6 continents?
With the same level of certainty that I can tell you that without a doubt the body has 206 bones, including 3 in the ear, I can say that with certainty.
Wow! Wow!
Actually, let me interrupt. This is actually a great chance for 2 things. One, We are broadcasting live on the AftershockXL network, and I'm
And
gonna.
we are. And while you said that, that gives Miss Elegant an opportunity to say, please, to all of my Mongrel and Mongoose and Mongoloid fans out there, to all of my humanoid fans out there, my androids and my anthropoids, all of you beef stews out there, please. So
Don't forget the rusty nails.
You don't ever have to miss this delightful, this delicious, this spine-tingling, spell-binding entertainment of Miss Elegant. Please subscribe immediately to XL Aftershock. Subscribe XL Aftershock right away. Be one of our subscribers so you can capture every precious moment of Miss Elegant. What were you saying about the gangsters, sir?
So no, let's step away from the gangster quickly. But in relation to what I just said about your fans, I believe there's a new opportunity out there for your fans to connect with Miss Elegant, and I have it on very high authority that a gentleman named Mr. Barnes received a call from you from the UK. You called London the other day and spoke with one of your fans, and he could not stop raving about the way that you berated and belittled him. Can you talk a little about those opportunities? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are looking for advice and maybe even some life coaching at this point that you're able to provide.
Are you sick in your head? You're idiotic, you're moronic. So in any event, all of the people that from the UK or all over the world that want to converse with Miss Elegant. So that's the way you can connect with Miss Elegant. They will give me your number. You use your credit card. You select the amount of time you want to speak with Miss Elegant, and I will be personally calling you back, and we will talk about godly issues, health issues, sex issues, gangster issues, current event issues, Donald Trump issues, vocabulary issues, sentence structure issues, whatever you want to talk about, demoralizing you, dehumanizing you, deflating you, whatever you want to do, you'll get your money's worth. I will make sure of it. And I will also give you another promise, which I've never given before. Usually when I do these calls, I just go on and on like a Gracie Allen. For those of you who don't know, that's from George Burns' show. I just go on and on and on because, I'm so verbose. But I will, for my fans, I'll do something a little bit different. You pay the money, and I'll give you folks an opportunity to speak also. I never give you an opportunity to speak. I just blast you out, right? I'll give you an opportunity while I'm on the line to get your 2 cents in, get your 2 cents worth, and figure out what you want to say or what question you want to ask or what you want to present. And I'll give you, which I never give all the fans from all the years in the fan, I'll give you 1% of respect to let you open your hole, and say what you want, and then we can have an exchange. Continue, Girardi.
So one of the things that's been a hot topic lately is we revealed on the last show that while you buncoed $31 million in the heist, you only took in $6 million, which is, that was new news. But one of the things we've been trying to figure out lately is how did this mastermind that you are, Miss Elegante, how did you crumble? How did you get caught? What happened? Where were you caught? When were you caught? What were the circumstances? Were there near misses? We don't know anything about that brought you into the life of the criminal justice system.
Yeah, so that is an interesting situation. Lieutenant John Kelly from the NYPD Special Frauds Unit made a statement to the New York Post on August 19th. Get the archives and prove me right as always. On August 19th, 1988, on a Friday, he made a statement that he didn't know me as Miss Elegant. I wasn't Miss Elegant then. that I'm the most disciplined individual that he has ever come in contact with in 25 plus years of law enforcement with the biggest police department in the world, the New York Police Department, New York City Police Department. Ken C. Neal from the Special Prosecutors Unit in Broward County in Florida, under the sheriff of Nick Navarro, said that trying to trace me and put a dragnet on me, it was almost impossible. Everything they tried, helicopters, an army of men, locking up the streets, tapping phones, trapping phones, everything failed and flopped and flunked. Ken C. Neal made a statement to the Miami Herald, one of the biggest publications in the country as well. He said that I can talk the birds out of the trees. I can talk the milk out of the cows. I can talk the stars out of the sky. Now, with all that being said, so this went on for years. And then the FBI director from the New York Division, Federal Bureau of Investigation, they were involved in this nationwide manhunt. They said that it was impossible to throw a rope around me on I Miss Elegant because every time I had even a 1% or a 0.5% chance of being apprehended, I burned the whole operation. Whether it was 10 million, 20 million, 30 million at stake, I'd burn it. Never go near it. So then the question is, well, how do they capture me? How do they get me? Well, here comes the criminal part and the godly part right into the whole thing. It's intertwined with one another. I hope you're going to be able to get this, Girardi. So on August 19th, 1988, the Rabboni Shalom, the master of the universe, Hashem God, the Abishter, the one up above, had enough of my 8th Amendment, in a manner of speaking. It's the 8th commandment of the 10 commandments of stealing. 10 commandments. The 8th commandment of the 10. You're not allowed to steal. So what all of the brilliance that I had to outmaneuver them and all of their flops, it just went that way. But then God, the Almighty dear God, pointed his omnipotent and omnipresent hand in a direction to take me and take my freedom away. So what does God do? It's simple. He puts an idea in my head to make a phone call at a certain booth that God knew was tapped, or he had tapped with the working to get my freedom away from me, and he figures out a way to put the FBI on the right block where I'm going to be. So he connects us both together for my capture. Now this was my comeuppance, my punishment, my just desserts. Now to your point, Girardi, you once asked a question. You said, but what about all the mercy and the kindness? And when I was talking about the Capitol building and how dear God sent all these violent criminals, these sickies, these psychos, in to break up the Capitol building because of the weak laws that they made, and everybody was getting killed. And dear God wants to show these lawmakers how it feels to be on their head, and their families are going to get hurt and killed in violence. So the bottom line is that with all the mercy and all the, like you were talking about God's mercy, where's the mercy and kindness and goodness and magnanimity and benignity and beneficence and munificence? Well, that's why dear God didn't bring me to justice before, because dear God was giving not me, Miss Elegant, every opportunity of redemption, to stop the criminal behavior, to stop the eighth commandment violations.
Can I ask you a question? This is driving me nuts.
Question: when dear God finally had it up to dear God's nostrils, his mouth, and his eyes, enough of Miss Elegant, and he saw that I was completely out of control with this criminal behavior, stealing, and I wasn't stopping on my own. Dear God realized that he had to take my freedom away and do something which our Heavenly Father never wants to do to the chosen people, especially the Jewish people. He had to put me in captivity, capture me and put me in captivity to make me see the light, to smell the coffee, to wake up.
I have a fundamental disagreement with you on a lot of this, Miss Elegant. That could take up hours.
Let's hear what your fundamental disagreements are. I'm quote. Don't talk when I'm interrupting. Never speak when I'm interrupting. I'm talking with a wisp now, with a wisp. I'm talking with no teeth in my mouth, no head, and a wisp. Now, what's up, punch? I'm talking like a retarded boy. What? What's up, punch? What's up, punch? This is raw entertainment. Raw entertainment.
All right, actually, 2 questions now. Because
you see, I see. How do you like the way I just decrescendo?
Hello, it's my turn.
Hello. How's the brilliance of the decrescendo?
My turn. 2 things.
I asked you, how was the brilliance of the decrescendo?
Is that eye black in the top of your hair that I'm seeing there?
I said, don't speak about something else. I said, how's the brilliance of my decrescendo?
I only prefer the crescendo, to be honest.
Well, what about the decrescendo? Give me, like when I'm on the top of a high note and talking a whip and child, and then I come. I feel like I could. I don't want to tell you what I feel like I can do to you. Talk about blacks and eyes. I'd like a black in your eyes. I don't do those things, but I wouldn't mind blacking your eyes for asking silly questions.
Okay, 2 questions.
Your eyes, and I'm not kidding. Yes, you're
2
right.
quick questions. All right. Let's bring it in. 2 questions, and then I have a special announcement. 1, what's going on with the top of the head there? That is not hair. That is not product. There is something along the edge there that is new.
No, it's not supposed to be hair. That's part of my makeup scheme. Who said it was hair? Don't put words in my mouth. It's supposed to be makeup.
I've never seen anyone do that in my entire life.
Well, let me tell you something. You can walk all around New York City, Malardi? Okay.
Yeah, Malardi.
Malardi and Narati, as in neurotic. You can walk all around New York City. Hello, can you close your hole? Close your hole. Can you close your hole? You can go all around New York City and New York State, and you're never, unless they're playing in a football field, you'll never see one single girl, boy, man, child, Afro-American, Jew, Gentile, Protestant, Asian, never with black under their eyes either. You'll never see anybody with this thick eyebrow makeup, triple thick. You'll never see that either. You'll never see this makeup put on in this kind of way. You'll never see any of that. You'll never see anybody of the male or female gender walking through the streets of New York City with their tuchus hanging out. Tuchus hanging out. And the sexiest one alive, according to Stern. You know what Stein said? Stein? He said,
walk slowly.
Walk off the show slow so I can look at your fine ass. I want to look at your fine ass. I want to look at your fine ass.
Okay, next question.
Stein said, you look like Sarah Jessica. Can you close your hole? Can you close your hole? Can you close your hole? My shoulders are going involuntarily. I can't stop my shoulders. I can't stop. I got the heebie-jeebies. You look like Sarah Jessica Parker, Stein said. Beautiful actress. You're fascinating. You're entertaining. You're interesting, said Stein, and he should know. He can't put 4 words together in a sentence. This degenerate. This degenerate who can't put. The only reason that Stein made all that money, he had all those hookers on the show, right? He got involved with the Schwa girl, the Schwarzer girl, Quivers. They put a sex show together with horrible sounds, with flatulence and farting and this.
All right. We've done that. Come on. We're low on time. Let's focus on the important things. So one more question.
I just preempted in that. It only took 15 seconds to talk about.
Okay, but if I let you go
about the death of Stern.
Okay, all right, okay. So my fundamental disagreement with you is that you're saying that God is responsible for bringing you down, but on the pantheon of criminals, you must be so far down. Why are you not worried about Bin Laden and Sheikh Mohammed? Like, why is this?
Hello. Start again. I didn't hear because I busted out when you said pantheon. I busted out. Start again. Start the whole thing out with pantheon. I said start again with pantheon.
In the pantheon of criminals.
Yes, sir.
Why would God, the Abishter up above, be worried about you as opposed to stopping, genocide and major problems? Like, so how is that? It just seems a little odd to me that you would be the subject of the Abishter versus those who are committing crimes that affect and kill people. It seems like odd to me.
Right. So because you have such a low level and a low understanding and low education of Judaism and of dear God is taking care of his 7 billion people, and nothing ever went by dear God's ears or eyes or mouth or nostrils. Every single moment, he has everything. He is taking care of genocidal, homicidal, patricidal, matricidal. He's taking care of all that in the way that dear God wants to do. We're not going to debate God, controversy God. We're not going to negotiate God, navigate God. We're not going to challenge God. God is taking care of everything in his way. And dear God took care of me, Miss Elegant. Dear God is taking care of everybody, just like he's taking care of you, whether it's for the good or the bad. He's taking care of Mr. Platt, whether it's for the good or the bad. That's the way the world is. Now, when you don't realize or recognize that, we just understand that you're just blasphemous, irreverent, irrelevant, and sacrilegious. Irreverent and irrelevant and sacrilegious.
All right, we're never going to agree on this, but what would God say to someone who was supposed to be on this podcast and showed up 30 minutes late? What would God say to somebody like that?
I showed up 30 minutes late?
You did not, but someone else did, and allegedly they're here now.
Wait a minute.
Miss Elegante, I apologize. It's Sucker.
1 second.
That's Sucker.
That's Sucker.
You'd be referring to me, Miss Elegante.
Oh, hi, Sucker.
Hello.
How are you, sir? I see. Do you have a construction hat on?
No, it's a hat. It says shithead on it, and it has some fake feces on there. Excrement.
So, Stutter, let me.
Shithead Swift.
That is
Shithead Swift. Now, you like the crescendo?
That is great, Swift. Let me ask you. So, when you said, now I didn't say that, Swift, but since you made the statement, you made a blatant enunciation that it's some fake feces. So, are we to ascertain? Are we to take out of that that's what you think of yourself? That you're a pile of feces?
Not exactly. It's all for good time and good laughs and whatnot.
All right. Now, by the way, talking about good times and happy times, where I don't see. Can I get a screen, Noah, where I see both Sucker? There you go. And Girardi. Now, we spoke about this. This is really important. Now, with all the fun we have and all the games and the laughter and all the champagne and caviar that we go through, that means fun and games and pasta and pizza and all the wonderful things. Let's just talk about something serious. Now, we've spoken about before, but nobody's ever got into this part of it. We've spoken about, you'll remember these words. Now, this is going to be devastation for the world. Now, just let me get through with this. So I've used words like TURP, transurethral resection of the prostate, TURP. I've used words like radical prostatectomy. I've used words like 12-inch resectoscope going through the penis and urethra with a lighted instrument and a laser wire cord up to the prostate. I've used words like benign prostatic hyperplasia. I've used words like dihydro testosterone. I've used words like urinary obstruction. I've used all these kind of things. But the point is, prostate issues. You just keep hearing it. People, urgency, getting up in the middle of the night. They keep. You can't go by a day if you're with people, whether you're in a synagogue or whether you're in church, whether you have close friends in the film industry, anybody who's like at 30, 40, 50, 60, they're telling you. Unless you're in a bubble, in a brain dead state, in a closet, in a vacuum under a rock, you hear this all the time. Television, everywhere, radio. One thing that nobody's addressing, because this is really critical. Go to your urologist and prove Miss Elegant right again. Like when I talk about calcium, you prove me right. Talk about diabetes, type 2 maturity onset, diabetes mellitus, and the islets of Langerhans, the beta cells, and the endocrine pancreas, you prove me right. I talk
Miss Elegante, at what age should we be getting these things checked out? What age?
But wait, before you even get there, there's a special thing that nobody is even addressing. So how come nobody asked the question that when they have an enlarged prostate, even if the PSA,
prostate specific antigen,
prostate
specific
antigen is 0 to 4 instead of 5 to 10, which may rule out any malignant tumor there. Even if it's that case, nobody is asking the question that why are some people, this is the classic, why are some people having to urinate like every 4 minutes, in a manner of speaking, like every 2 hours, every hour, getting up in the middle of the night 9 times? Okay. And then other people, it's the reversal. They're having urinary obstruction where the urine will not come out, and yet it's the same sickness. It's an enlarged prostate, which the prostate is engulfing, encompassing, encircling, surrounding the urethra. So it's the same exact sickness, the same exact illness, and yet the symptomatology is totally different. And we never hear anybody, even in the urological world, in the conventional, traditional, allopathic medical world, addressing this. Even in the holistic world, we don't hear an address. So may I give it to you? May I favor you with the information?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and again, after I give you this, go to your best urologist in America, then you'll come back and say, Miss Elegant Genius, right again. Rather be right than president. So, when the prostate is enlarged, whether it's because of dihydrotestosterone through 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme which transfers testosterone into dihydrotestosterone and promotes prostate growth of the cells to make it bigger, whether it's that or whether the elasticity of the prostate has gone sour because of a sedentary lifestyle and a fatty diet, a high-fat diet, regardless of what it is, or whether it's because over many years, the guy with his insane ego, he wants to satisfy the chick, and every time he's about to have an orgasmic climactic experience, he draws it back, and that's going to be an irritant and eventually an inflammation towards the prostate. So whatever it is, whether the glass hits the rock or the rock hits the glass, the prostate is enlarged, however the cause was. This is all factual information. But now to address why the differential in the symptomatology. So if the prostate is locking around, can I see the picture? Noah, can I see them both? Okay. If the prostate is locking around the urethra at the top portion, at the top front portion of the urethra, the urine is forced down quick. And the person is going to be urinating throughout the night every hour, every 2 hours, every 2, and he's jumping out of bed, and the blockage is at the top. If the blockage is at the bottom of the urethra, then the urine can't escape. So the urine is locked in. And the person feels like he's going to jump out of the Empire State Building because the urine is then building up. Like I gave you the example, the tea kettle. It's boiling, a sealed tea kettle is boiling and closed and whistling, and it can't get out. The pain is agonizing, unbearable, insufferable, agonizing, excruciating, to the point of suicide almost. If he doesn't go immediately to a hospital, and then they'll give him temporary relief with catheterization to release the blockage. So that's the differential of why some people are urinating every hour and some people can't urinate at all. Say, please, both of you. Say thank you, genius, Miss Elegant.
Thank you, Miss Elegant.
Thank you, genius, Miss Elegant.
Hey, thank you, Miss Genius Elegant.
Thank you, Miss Genius, Miss Elegant.
So,
Hey, gentlemen, yes. By the way, before you go to the next question, I want to go girly. I feel I want to go girly. So yes, I'm looking how flat the vagina area looks right now. I'm looking at the symmetry of my legs and curves. Do you know, I'm one of the few people in the world that can get turned on, sexually aroused by looking at myself. Can you imagine that? Everybody has to get turned on by looking at somebody else.
what's the scientific term for that?
Do you know what it is? Sucker, do you know what the term is? See, I went girly.
I do not know, hence my asking.
Oh, Narati, do you know?
No, I don't.
Don't try to imitate Mamaja, your voice, because you can't. Only Miss Elegant can do these things. Only I can do these things. Only
Tell
I,
me what it is, right?
only I can do boy and walk with a little no teeth. I only do these things. And by the way, one more thing I want. Excuse me.
Tell us what the gangster.
One more thing.
Gangster.
One more thing.
Gangster.
One more thing.
Gangster.
Close your hole for a second. When I was doing the Southern Drawl last show, and Narati said, you know, you wouldn't convince me, you know, even though he knew already, I took $60 million on a heist, $30 million from Florida, $30 million from New York. And I just want to clarify something. Now, Narati, I mean, you would imagine, I thought you had enough modicum, as in modicum of common sense, to know that when I was just like giving you a rant, well, growth, sir, we're going to roll big business, small, sell masks and classes. I'm a fine man. I'm an honest man. I'm an honorable person. I've been there, done embarrassing. Now, when I was doing that, I thought you got the picture. I was just giving you the entertainment value and version of that. I wasn't talking to the suppliers who were giving me $200 or $300 or $500,000 on unsecured, no collateral credit in the dark. I was talking to them, yes, with that Southern drawl, but in a complete, sophisticated, dignified, distinguished way of talking. Not just like that. I was giving you the show business version of it.
My mistake.
You're forgiven, Girardi.
So there's one thing we've been talking about quite a bit lately that we haven't really gotten a lot of resolution on, and it's the most famous piece of your wardrobe. It's the FOGL, or Fogel, as we call it, T-shirt that's been seen in many, many videos. I heard we have some information on that.
Look at that fine ass.
Yeah, that brought me to something. I'm glad you said that. So here it is. I have a brand new version.
Oh.
And this shirt here, just 1 second. Here's the shirt. Brand new. Brand new. I brought it. I did it. I did it with the tags on it.
Okay, slowly bring it up so we can see the entire thing. Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Can you put it
But
on?
before,
Can you put it on?
hello,
Can you
before
put it on?
any requests, let me just remind you all that when I busted the wall at the funny store with Arnold marching, I was wearing that shirt.
How are the guns looking, right? Wonder how the guns are looking. I got all my fans. How are the guns looking, right? You look at the guns over here that run 15 miles a day. High caliber, right? High caliber and G-string lingerie. The video, Violet dehumanizes Elegant Elliot with torrid, brutal, sexual violence.
Right.
When I was doing my video, Violet dehumanizes Miss Elegant.
See the back. See the back.
And I was talking about busting Joe Corson's teeth. I was wearing this shirt. This shirt that everybody wants and wishes. I was wearing it.
Gun charges, Browning automatic, bonus Bernardelli, right? Kidnapping charges, state and federal racketeering charges, fine tape, I don't give a fuck.
Miss Elegante, what prompted you to buy this shirt? Are you a soccer fan? What prompted you to buy this shirt originally?
118 counts of grand larceny, right? Bail jumping, interstate flight to avoid criminal prosecution.
I was with, this was in the early 2000s. It's a vintage shirt, and I was with, at the time, I was with April. In the video, she was known as April Silverman. Her real name is April Lockey, and she lives in Long Beach at like 25 West Broadway. She has her own condominium, April Lockey. She was dying to marry me. I mean, listen, gentlemen, I don't have to exaggerate because when I said I broke Joe Corson's teeth, that's the way it happened. When I said I pulled out a 9mm Bernardelli in front of the entire Hialeah flea market and I was going to wipe out all the Cubans who were ready to attack me physically, all that happened. The heist happened. It all happened the way I said it. So I don't have to exaggerate or amplify. Anything that I tell you is factual. It looked like you would never see this. It was kind of shirt with all these designs. You would never see it again, ever. So I said, I might as well buy them all. So we spent the $1,200 and I bought all three of them. And it was originally prompted by April Lockey. I was with her. And by the way, this girl here, she's a pretty girl, had a nice hot body. I mean, I was with Anna Biscotti. It put her away. Violet put away. I mean, I was with some of those really hottest girls, of all time in my life, and that is the reality of it. But April, with a big time job and big time money in the bank and stock, she was just craving to marry me, Miss Elegant, nobody else, and I just couldn't get into it. I mean, her level of religiosity was so horrible. She was a chain smoker. She didn't understand about God and heaven. She was a kind of ignorant girl, but very hot-looking girl. So I had to ditch her. I had to get rid of her. I just refused to go through with it. In any event, I just digressed with that.
Lately called OnlyFans that has a lot of people that are fans of people, and if you wear that and actually wear it for the fans, I guarantee you'll get more money for it because it would be a game-worn jersey, not just a shirt. Just
I would
saying.
agree with that.
Put it on.
From what I'm seeing here, I'm not going to go into the detail. Because you're not next to me. I'm next to. It's a bust, what you're saying. It's a bust. A bust. It's a loser. It's a Larry. Your suggestion is a lumpy. It's a low-life suggestion. Now, I'm going to prove myself to be right again. Narati, you said you made a statement and you were false. You were wrong. It was a fallacy.
Whoa.
What I want to do, the last show, listen carefully, please. You said that I was filmed at 71st and 1st Avenue, paradoxically, and the paradoxicalness, you like that word? That I made a statement, I never mixed girl and boy clothing, and you said that I had girl's shirt on and boy's pants on. So I brought the strangle wire evidence. I brought the smoking gun evidence. Match it up. Where's this picture you said you were going to have?
While he's looking that up, why don't you show us what we're looking at here?
So this shirt, let me just take the plastic bags off. This shirt is the shirt that they were referring to at 71 at 1. Now, this is completely a boy's shirt, wild and flamboyant as it is. This is a boy's long sleeve shirt. Not like what you were suggesting, a girl.
I'd like to see the front.
Pants.
I'd like to see the front.
Now, line up the shirt and you'll see that you showed me a picture. Right. And your picture matches this shirt. Now, so there's the picture that you accused. You made an accusatory statement. You made an indictment against Miss Elegant that I was dressed girl and boy. But here's the shirt. The exact same shirt. Right, Noah? The exact, right or wrong, Noah? Right. The exact same shirt. So this is a boy shirt. I was not. I was dressed boy and boy. I was either coming from Rabbi Krasniansky's 419 East 77th Street Kabbat House, or I was going there because he's at 77 between 1st and York Avenue, and it was a perfect shirt. This may be, like I said, ostentatious, obtrusive, and flamboyant, but it's a totally boy shirt. Okay. So but we have to clarify to make sure Miss Elegant is always seen as right. Right.
Are we verifying the verification or authenticating the authenticity?
Certifying the certification.
You know, if you people try to do that and take my words, get your own great lines, you know, if my gangster who's out, is my gangster outside, Noah? He is or not?
Yes.
And I would have my gangster do what he did to the person on 1109 First Avenue. He grabbed you by the goggle. That's mafia toy. He grabbed you by the choker. Yeah, if I try to take my great lines away from Miss Elegant.
But isn't imitation the most sincere form of flattery?
That's true, but don't use it like try to use it against me. Don't try to get one up on me. Don't try to use it in disrespecting me.
What is your reputation at your local synagogue? How are you seen? Are you a pillar of the community? Are you someone that still needs a little bit more of Hashem's touch? Where do you stand in that community? Are you involved in any of the boards or committees? How do the people look at Miss Elegante in that community?
A person of impeccable integrity, veracity, beyond reproach, credibility untouched. They see a person of goodness, kindness, as they say, a good to neshama person with a good heart and a good soul, a most generous person, a trustworthy person, a person dedicated to God, most importantly, a person that not only loves God, but understands the fear of God, of what will happen if we violate and we anger God to the point of alienating God, irritating God, that God will definitely, if we show that we are hopeless, not only myself, anybody is hopeless, beyond help, doesn't want any help, a pure pirate, a pure reprobate, a pure derelict, pure scum, pure swine, pure sludge. God definitely will use his wrath. Now, I know you didn't believe that, but God's a loving God and a forgiving God. Yes, he's all that. God is all of that. Forgiving God, loving God, merciful God, all of that, until he sees that you are hopeless and hapless and lifeless and listless. And then, dear God, will use his wrath. And one of the ways, dear God, uses his wrath is through pain, suffering, and severe illness. Pain, suffering, and severe illness. On our next show, just to salivate and palpitate and pulsate the audience in advance. This is going to be a classic. I told the world on a few shows back, I'll go to my diary and get you the date, that I was going to explain to the world that about dear God, that I had an experience, true to life, not that people make up, that when a person is unconscious, ready to go to the morgue and die, and that's the situation that I was in, and for many different reasons, dear God put me in that position, and a lot of the people that are encephalitic, one of my favorite words, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, they think that you're tucked away, that death is an all obliterating and all obviating, I know you like those words, obliterating, obviating, and deleting ending to all physical pain. Of course not. The pain just begins at death for the riffraff. The pain, so in other words, the soul, the mind that feel, the sensory organs still will feel the same pain. Well, it's not the same, but it's a different kind of pain, but it's a physical pain. A physical pain will go on and on in Hashem's world of perdition and purgatory until Hashem takes that person out of the purgatory. So the people that say, well, once you're dead, you're gone, and that's it, and you're tucked away, and that's the end of it. You can forget about it. You can forget about it. You can forget about it. So I think Miss Elegant is right again.
I think that's the best spot to end the show.
Yeah.
And she just turned around, and we can see her fine ass right now.
Now wait, before one more time. Now check the ankles out. Wow, look at those ankles. They're gorgeous. Wow, look at the gastrocnemius. Wow. But now I want to tell you something. There might be people and girls and boys with butts and tushies and tuchus bigger than this, right? And wider. But this has the perfect positioning for my body, for my structure. Everything is just perfect. The coordination, the symmetry, and the curves in the legs, the curvaceous curvature. Wow! Wow! Look at them curve in and out. Look at the legs curve in and out. Oh my goodness. No wonder why I said I felt sluttish. How could you not? And the anterior and the posterior deltoids. Oh, nice cut. Nice. Not giant. In connection with my body, the size of my body. Wow. And look how sexy this is. The collarbones. Look at the two collarbones. That's so sexy. The two bones on each side. Look how nice they are. Wow.
Very symmetrical.
Anyway, this is going to about wrap it up. But I want to urge all of you children out there and all of you adults out there, all of you females, get on your horse, get on your phone, get off your tuchus, and get on the phone and call for XL Aftershock. Subscribe immediately. I mean, you'd be stupid, right? You'd be a fool to miss this kind of, entertainment, this kind of exhilarating, exuberant entertainment week by week by Miss Elegant with all different topics that go on and on. And today, it was a fabulous topic of the prostate because, again, I repeat, nobody even ever asked, why am I urinating and why am I not? Why am I having a urinary obstruction? Why am I going every 10 minutes? So this was very enlightening. I hope you all appreciate all this knowledge I'm giving and how I connected my capture with unequivocally. There's no doubt about it. Incontestably, incontrovertibly, irrefutably, indisputably, that's the way my capture happened because the almighty, dear God, realized that I was beyond help of the 8th commandment violation of stealing, and I was never going to stop unless dear God stopped me in my tracks, ice cold. Goodbye, everybody.
We love you.
We love you.
Goodbye, Miss Elegante.
Bye-bye.
Go Bucks.
Hey, surprise! Surprise! It's Admin Jeff with the show wrap-up. Miss Elegant's outfit. Wow! Wow! The jacket was amazing, like she was going to the Oscars, right? Right? Bringing traffic to a standstill. Bang! 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 The joke of the week. What about the joke of the week? What can you say? Transluminal, transcendent, transsexual balloon, right? Wow! The build-up. The build-up's great. A little long, but okay. Miss Elegant really sells it again. She sold it, and she's hit us right in the funny bone. She's got fans on 6 of 7 continents. 6 of 7 continents! That's more than semenless, sexless, sterile Stern. More fans, right? How about Miss Elegant letting you open your trap, letting you open your hole on a phone call? Her magnanimity, you like that word? You like that word? I know you do. Her magnanimity is magnificent, marvelous, miraculous. So call. Jerry Gerard, he's really stepping up his game. I hate to say it, I hate to give him credit, but he's stepping up his game, taking on Miss Elegant. I like it. Keep it up. Observation, his hair observation and the makeup observation, priceless. Priceless hilarity. The makeup, triple thick, get it? Nice pointing out Sucker Swift's late arrival on the scene. And great hat, Sucker Swift. That's appropriate headgear for you. Welcome back, big guy. All right. We got some great prostate education from Miss Elegante, right? For our aging male members of the page, the prostate education, priceless. Thank you, Miss Elegante. Thank you. And so the FDGL shirt, the Fidgel shirt. Well, I'm giving it a new name. The Fogel shirt, because that's what we've been calling it. We were wrong, and I'm still calling it the Fogel shirt. Right? The Fogel shirt. Timothy Quinn didn't get announced. Hello, you dropped the ball. McScumbag dropped the ball on the art contest winner announcement. Hello. What the heck? Now we gotta wait till next show to get it. So, Miss Elegant, she closes the show by scaring the living hell out of us with a vision of the afterlife. Are you kidding me? Holy moly! If that's what's waiting for us, I don't know what to tell you. So, overall, the show gets a 4-star follow-up. The last podcast, 5 stars. 4 stars, step up the game. Let's go.